What's up everyone? Today we're going to be exploring two very powerful builds, both of which were suggested in comments of mine. So if you do have any suggestions in the future for any powerful builds that you would want to see explored, you can leave me a comment and I will consider it. But you have probably familiarized yourself with one of them at least. It is the demetron plus the flying fish. That is the combo we're going to be using in the early game. I can see that Shad has already uploaded the video of it and it's extremely overpowered. If you don't know what the demetron does, it will be shown on the screen in a second once we level up into it. I even take a wyvern for higher chances to find it. Unfortunately, first level up is a bust, but the second one we actually hit the unit. And you can read it as effect right there. So basically what it does is if you have an empty slot, it summons a 5/5 unit, and if you don't have an empty slot, it gives your entire team a +1/+1 buff. So what you want to be doing is using Love Potion on it so you can get a third summon actually, and that way you can double up on both the summon and the stats. And if you want to go overboard with it, you can also find a flying fish, put a Love Potion on that, make all of the units level 3, and then get massive buffs onto your team as early as turn 3 potentially. I was told that this combo is capable of producing units as large as a 14/14 on turn 3, which I find absolutely insane. It definitely deserves to be nerfed, but I don't know how you would nerf this properly, to be honest. Like, you can see right here, even without the flying fish, the demetron plus a Love Potion is providing very good buffs, and it is getting us the victories. So on this turn we are going to try to amplify that by putting some flying fish into the team. Here we find two of them. If we get lucky, we might even get a level 2 flying fish on this turn. And the weird thing about this combo is that the fewer pets you have on the team, the better it's going to work. I am trying to be a little bit greedy though by keeping the opossum, weirdly enough. In most situations it would be higher tempo for you to keep it for its stat line, but I think here it is an active detriment for us to keep it. The only reason I am doing so is for the extra 2 gold of sell value, but you can see the combo working here beautifully. The demetron spawns, the flying fish spawns, we get the level up, and then we get a +2/+2 worth of stats. So that is absolutely brilliant. I love to see that combo. It can be overpowered, but it is very fun to try out in the early game. And you can see it completely trounces all other teams. Even though our opponents are not going that heavy on the tempo, but they do have a brain cramp, which is an very chunky unit with melon, so that can be a little bit problematic, but our team does not care in the slightest. We just end up destroying them. Here I am going to try to set up for the second combo of this video. However, we are going to try to go for it on turn 9. You can see me preparing some level ups for it already, and that combo is going to involve double team spirit plus a Leviathen. So how that combo works is that Leviathan on the end of turn summons a fish and levels it up, which will in turn trigger the abilities of the team spirits, which obviously is going to give a lot of stats. And you also have one free open slot for potentially something like a behemoth, which can very quickly get up to 100/100. And I think this is the perfect kind of build to showcase that other combo, the demetron build, because we get to reach turn 9 with all 5 of our hearts and we level up into a team spirit. I believe this is the time where I'm going to start to pivot a little bit, so that means we're going to be losing a little bit of hearts trying to get our stuff leveled up. If I wanted to be a little bit less greedy, I could combine the Cyclopses in hoping that I actually get a flying fish out of the Love Potion and therefore we get some stats out of the team spirit. It's kinda nice that these two builds work together with one another if you want to make them, but I wanted them to be their separate things so they can both get their time in the spotlight. So for now we're going to be losing a little bit as we transfer gold over to turn 11. It's actually beautiful. We get almost a level 3 on turn 10 And that in turn will make it easier for us to complete our pivot, because every single level up that we get in the future it's going to give us a +3/+3 as soon as we get the team spirit up to level 3, of course. Here we're going to lose to a fellow demetron player, but that is completely fine. That is the reason why we preserved 5 hearts, so we don't have to worry about such things. But here we go, we find a chocolate. We're going to use it on the team spirit, and hopefully leveling up into either another one or just a behemoth. Thankfully we do get the double team spirit, which is absolutely ideal. We're going to take that. We have a level available in the flying fish, which will result in a ton of stats, so we're going to take that. And then we also find the behemoth, so we can complete almost the full pivot on this turn. The only thing we need to find is the Leviathan, and would you look at that, it's right in the shop in the next row, so we're going to take that. We do want a couple of level ups, ideally one on the team spirit and 2 on the Leviathan. As things stand currently we're getting 1 level up per turn, which is still an incredible amount of stats, as you can see right here. +4/+4 to the entire team, plus the fish buff, plus the behemoth buff. It ends up being quite a big number, so we can see an easy victory right here. But if we manage to get the behemoth up to level 2, that will mean another +2/+2 buff, plus of course the team spirit triggers. And then if we get a level 3 Leviathan, that also means we get 2 level ups per turn, so that is double the scaling. Of course it's quite a little bit of investment to get there. I'm not sure if we will be able to do that in this video, as we're winning way too quickly, but I was very happy with this run. It beautifully showcases that even if you don't get the perfect setup, you can still win very easily with this kind of build. And not to mention, at the end of the day you do have things like Fountain, Avute and Campeto available, so you can transform all of these big units into something like leopards. So here we go, we're going to take a level 2 Leviathan, a big wave of buffs awaits us. We're going to take yet another Leviathan, hoping to get it up to level 3 by the end of the run. And actually we're going to get a level 2 Behemoth next turn, maybe even a level 3 Team Spirit, definitely a level 2 at the very least. But you can see the scaling going out of control so quickly, and it very much helps that the Leviathan is also spawning a 24/24 fish, which is a very considerable stat line. You can see it doing a lot of work right here. So here we go, we win right here, and I believe upcoming is the final turn of the video. So once again, thank you very much for the suggestions. If you do have any suggestions for me that are powerful and worth exploring, please leave them in the comments. I will try to consider all of them. But for now, this will be the final turn. So I really hope you enjoyed the run, and if you did, I really hope that you like, sub, do all the generic stuff, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.